Hello world, Geriatric Geek here. How in the heck are you? I hope you're doing great. It's another beautiful, brisk morning here in North Las Vegas. It's Saturday, the 19th of December. Thanks for joining me. Yeah, that's right. You can tell, boy. We already got our MVD order in from the last sale, and some um, yeah Hamilton book came through with an order. So I'm excited to share with you what I picked up. A little, almost all horror, really. Yeah, so most all horror. Hey, I got my Pennywise t-shirt on today. We are rocking it out. So let's get down to business here. Let's see. Where are we going to start? We're going to start right here. I'm going to do the Hamilton book. Born a man, turned into a living laser beam by science's most gruesome experiment. That's right, the projected man. This is 77 minutes long on 1967 flick. Not rated. Put out by Scream Factory. That's right. Gets really good reviews. I have not seen it yet. Evidently, it's a kind of a mixture kind of thing, kind of a Star Trek transporter thing. The doctor is able to transport matter from one spot to another kind of thing, and then he tries it on himself, and evidently it doesn't go well. So can't wait to check that out. See how it plays. Dr. Paul Steiner and Dr. Christopher Mitchell have created a projection device that can transmit any object over the distance of a few miles. The device works well on inanimate objects, but using it on a living device brings that's stupid. On a living device brings horrific consequences. How about a living person? Maybe he meant device, but I don't know. Okay. When Steiner is accidentally projected, he becomes a disfigured monster who has the ability to kill by electrocution. It's got some special features, a new 2K scan of the interpositive, new interviews with director Ian Curtis, actress Mary Peach, production designer Peter Mullins. There's an alternate opening and a theatrical trailer. Okay, there's the back. Looks like a good one from way back in 1967. Next up, I couldn't pass on this one. A little Edward Furlong and Corey Feldman. That's right, The Zombie King, not rated, from 2013. Gets good reviews. Corey Feldman and Edward Furlong, they must have been very young. Yeah, 2013. I don't know, maybe not. Obviously not. It was 7 years ago. In order to bring his wife back from the dead, Samuel, Edward Furlong, has struck a deal with the god of male violence, Kalfu, who's Corey Feldman, which will see the destruction of the underworld and chaos on Earth, but in return he will become the Zombie King and walk the earth for eternity with his departed wife. With zombie hordes starting to wipe out anything in their path, a small group of survivors find themselves trapped in a small town, realizing there are some of the last remaining humans. They must unite in order to survive the approaching apocalypse. Back. Oh, looks very interesting. Can't wait to check that one out. If you've seen any of these, let me know down below in the comments. I'd like to hear your thoughts, what you thought. Help me out. And then we got one of my favorite actors in this one, David Carradine in The Last Sect. The Last Sect, 89 minutes long, not rated, from 2006. Doesn't get very good reviews from what I've been able to read, but it's a vampire flick with David Carradine. Of course, I loved him in the TV series Kung Fu. Indeed. Kung Fu, that was from 72 or so. Yeah. So, hey, I'm excited to check this out, although it does not get very good reviews. Let me know down below if you've seen it. Next up, there's no limit to a killer's madness. Say no more. Bad Inclination, not rated, 2003, 95 minutes. This is an Italian flick. Looked interesting, although I don't have any idea. I think it's probably not very good. Maybe it's one of those so bad it's good kind of thing. Let's hope. A grotesque building with its mysterious tenants holds the secret to a merciless serial killer who is murdering women with an unusual weapon. A metal set square. Okay. Let's see. This film, distributed by Columbia TriStar Films, Italia, is an attempt to recreate the films of the genre like the ones made by Lucio Fulci and Bava. In the 1960s and 70s, they were adored by the public and hated by the critics. Okay. Very good. There's that. There's the back. That one kind of shaky to me. This one kind of looks like it's going to end up, if it hasn't already, end up in Dollar Tree. Let me know if you guys have ever seen this in Dollar Tree. But I got it for real cheap on Hamilton Book. So that's right. Outcast, R-rated, 98 minutes, 2009. Yeah. It's a monster flick put out by Vivendi Entertainment. Gets good reviews, and it was filmed in Ireland. The critics are clamoring for Outcast, the gripping thriller about black magic and witchery that stars James Nesbitt and James Cosmo. Ain't It Cool News calls it an excellent film to be seen at all costs. Okay. A menacing piece of horror. We shall see. I've not seen it yet. Let me know if you guys have seen that at Dollar Tree. I'll bet it's been there. Next up, by Scream Factory, The Monkeys Paw. Not rated, 2013, 90 minutes long. After Jake Tilton acquires a mystical monkey's paw talisman that grants its possessor 3 wishes, he finds his world turned upside down. His first 2 wishes result in malevolent co-worker Tony Cobb being resurrected from the dead. When Cobb pressures Jake into using the final wish to reunite Cobb with his son, his intimidation quickly escalates into relentless murder, forcing Jake to outwit his psychotic friend and save his remaining loved ones. Looks like a fun one to me. Let me know if you've seen this one. A Monkey's Paw. Scream Factory. Next up, a gleefully tasteless quasi-grindhouse nasty that's funnier than most of the many such parodic cheese fests that have been created since, well, Grindhouse. Father's Day, 90 minutes long, from 2012. Father's Day follows the classic story we all grew up with. Boy watches father raped. Boy watches father raped and murdered. Boy grows into a vengeful one-eyed man. Man teams up with a priest and a male prostitute to take down his father's killer. Wow. Father's Day is over the top, tasteless, senseless, and completely hilarious. Ain't it cool? Destined to become a midnight movie classic. All right, I didn't know what I was getting into with this thing. But, sounds interesting. Let me know if you've seen that one. Next up, directed by Bobcat Goldthwait, Willow Creek. 2014, not rated, 80 minutes. This is a found footage film. Kind of I think it's like a Bigfoot story. That's what I'm getting. A young couple find themselves face to face with a terrifying evil when they venture into the heart of Bigfoot country in Willow Creek. Sounds interesting. What do you know? Bobcat. What a crazy guy that guy was. Ever After, Insight. Ever After. 90 minutes long, not rated, 2019, put out by MVD. Zombie flick, made in Germany. I believe it even has subtitles. We'll see. Gorgeously made, impeccably acted. Post-apocalypse Europe. 2 years after zombies have overrun Earth, only 2 citadels of civilization remain in the East German town of Weimar and Jena. In Weimar, newly infected zombies are shot on sight without mercy. The Jena authorities take a more humane approach by trying to find a cure for plague victims. Vivi and Eva, in search of a more humane world, are stranded in the no man's land of the Black Forest, where they have to rely on each other and nature in order to survive. I love these kind of movies, so can't wait to watch this one. I get so-so reviews, evidently, but I'll check it out if it's got zombies. Next up, a little grindsploitation trilogy, it says. Over 6 hours. Grindsploitation from 2016. I think it's an anthology film of some sort. The Grindsploitation trilogy is an abundance of faux film trailers, short films, and nostalgic features harkening back to the era of exploitation and grindhouse cinema. Each film compiles over 20 directors from around the world, producing a new wave of cold-blooded talent. There is terror, horror, comedy, and science fiction for you to experience, with almost 100 films in total. Make sure your doors are locked, popcorn at your side, and that you are ready to experience something that you have never seen before. Sounds interesting. There you go. Trauma film. Next up, best film of the year, says Quentin Tarantino. Big Bad Wolves, not rated, 2013, 110 minutes. Looks like it's a pretty good psychological terror. I like that. It's put out by Magnet. Basically, got a lot of graphic torture in it, evidently. It's an Israeli film. A series of brutal murders put the lives of 3 men on a collision course. The father of the latest victim, now out for revenge, a vigilante police detective operating outside the boundaries of law, and the main suspect in the killings, a religious studies teacher arrested and released due to a police blunder. Entertaining as hell, wonderfully twisted. All right, I'm ready to be entertained. Well. Next up, This Is What Death Sounds Like. Great splattering of genuine horror and bizarre fantasy. The Piper, not rated, 119 minutes from 2015. This is a Korean film. Basically, I guess it's a supernatural thriller that gets pretty good reviews. A gruesome retelling of the legendary Brothers Grimm classic. After the Korean War, a flute-playing wanderer and his son arrives to a peaceful and remote village where he makes a deal with the chief to eradicate the uncontrollable rat infestation. Using his mystical flute, he wipes the rats away from the village, only to be paid with greed, corruption, and betrayal, while losing the ones he loves. Vowing for revenge, he soon changes his tune and uses his magical flute to settle a score that will clean the land of filth once and for all. Nice. Let's clean this land of all that filth. Hey, Tom Savini. Demonic and Jack Elam in Uninvited. That's a double feature. The Demonic is R-rated from 2006. Uninvited is R-rated from 1993. I have not seen either, so I'm interested. I like Tom Savini. It's interesting. What do you guys think? You seen either of those? If so, let me know what you thought. Okay, so that's it, I believe, from Hamilton Book. So now let's get into MVD. MVD had their sale recently. Yes, I picked up a few. Get my cord out of the way here. All right. First one is a mystery thriller called Mind Games. 93 minutes, R-rated. It's written way too small for me to figure out when that's from. Whoa. I need to bring my magnifying glass down here. Maxwell Caulfield stars in this taut psychological thriller from director Bob Yari about a family's battle for survival against a cruel, scheming stranger. Trapped in an unhappy marriage, Dana and his wife, Rita, try to breathe new life into their relationship by taking a trip through Northern California with their 10-year-old son, Kevin. Along the way, they pick up Eric, an amiable hitchhiker who is a psychology student. But Eric's charm masks the fact that he is psychotic. Sensing the Lund's vulnerability, he decides to take control of the family, then destroy it through deceit and emotional manipulation. Wow. Sounds interesting. I'd seen this one around for a while and just finally I got around to picking it up, so can't wait to check that out. Next up, this looks just scary as heck. When the bell rings, it's time to go to hell. Classroom 6, 2016 film, 76 minutes, horror mystery. Doesn't get very good reviews. I think it's another found footage film about a haunted house. A local reporter and her assembled TV crew go into a school haunted by a horrific past. The team, haunted school. The team spends the night locked inside the building, capturing any and everything they find. Genuinely eerie. Back. MVD visual. I didn't see that in the MVD sale. House of Purgatory. No one escapes purgatory. Not rated, 2018, 75 minutes. It's a horror thriller. This is a haunted house, I do believe. Doesn't get very good reviews, as I recall. 4 teenagers go looking for a fabled haunted house on Halloween night. Once finding it, they slowly realize that the house is much more than the run-of-the-mill Halloween attraction. Somehow the house knows each of their deepest secrets. One by one, the house uses these secrets against the terrified teens who find themselves in a battle to save not only their lives, but their very souls. Haunted house. Haunted house. House of Purgatory. All right, next up, Orchard Place Production presents another MVD visual. The Other Side. Well, these are all from MVD. The Other Side, not rated, 2016. 102 minutes. In a life-changing struggle, a man searches to find the truth in the disappearance of his wife. The small town of Elkwood, PA will never be the same as love, courage, and family are tested in the face of the dawning zombie apocalypse. Aha, another zombie film. No wonder I picked that up. No wonder. I love zombie films. What do you like zombie or no? What's your favorite zombie film? Let me know down below. Next up, He wants to see your insides. Red Eye. Not rated, 2018, 74 minutes, a horror, and it looks like it's terrible from the reviews I've gotten. It was actually about a family in West Virginia. Of course, that's where I'm from. The backwoods of West Virginia is creepy. Not just because of people, but you can get lost in those Appalachian mountains, let me tell you. It is, I enjoy, oh man, I loved walking up there. We used to go hunting, my father and I. I always felt kind of creepy out in the woods. I don't know why. Based around the legend of Red Eye, a folk tale about a violent, deranged, masked murderer who dwells in the backwoods of Black Creek, West Virginia. This evidently was filmed in Kentucky, from which my mother's family hails. Wow. Let me let you read the back if you'd like. It says for the reviews say it's terrible, but hey, I'm gonna check it out anyway, just because it's West Virginia. They're dying to have you for dinner. The Lady's House. Not rated, 2015, 93 minutes. It's pretty good reviews. It's described as a feminist horror flick. Kind of like Ginger Snaps, I guess, maybe. Don't mess with the ladies of the house. A birthday outing with two brothers and a friend turns into a horrific fight for survival. After they follow a dancer home from a strip club because of a tragic accident, the men find themselves trapped in a house with a family of male violent women who enjoy a pin-up style lifestyle and a special diet. Woo. I'm not big on cannibal films. I don't know why. But I'd rather have a zombie. Next up, Children of a Darker Dawn, a modern doomsday version of Lord of the Flies. 2013, 106 minutes. Basically, I think in this one, the virus kills all the adults and the kids are running wild. Yeah, the world has been devastated by a virus that has decimated the adult population, leaving small children and teenagers to roam the scarred landscape. Sisters Evie and Fran have been traveling from town to town, gathering food and finding accommodation as they move from place to place. Finding overnight shelter in a derelict building, the sisters soon settle down, only to be woken by shouts from another room. Investigating, Evie witnesses the beating of a girl. Tentatively going to her aid, the girl, Alice, leads them to a large building at the edge of the city, from where they hear singing coming from a basement window. The battle between newcomers and the vicious pack spirals into a violent explosion. Teen romances, sexual jealousies, and cliques inflame a grisly struggle for food. It's the road to a grim new civilization. Okay. Sounds good. All right, two more. Next up, The Void. Volume 2, 2018, 90 minutes long. I don't know that I have The Void 1, but I probably do. I'll have to check. The Void is a multi-volume anthology series featuring some of the best shorts from the horror, suspense, thriller, sci-fi, and fantasy genres. On the Volume 2 is Disobedience, Savage Ivy, Somebody to Love, The Rat's Dilemma, 3:14, Genesis, and April. Interesting. I like anthologies, and especially these kind of horror-related ones, obviously. And last, the next one is Rednet, 2017, 70 minutes long. Internet hackers are looking for a missing man, but what they find are shocking videos in which a man is questioned and severely tortured by two mysterious women. These women are out for it this time, boy. I like it. Get that revenge. All right. So there you go. That's my hauls from MVD and Hamilton book for this week. I do have some more Hamilton book stuff coming, probably first of next week, and I'll of course share those with you guys. I hope you're doing good. I hope everybody's staying safe. Which one of these would you recommend that I watch first? Any? If you've seen any of them or anything really stand out to you, let me know, please. So hey, from North Las Vegas, you guys keep smiling, keep having fun, and always choose the positive alternative. It will work out for the best, I guarantee. Hey, until next time, you guys keep smiling. Peace.